In many large families, there lies a silent truth. There is always a child who unknowingly becomes the background noise of the household. There are no fierce arguments, no deliberate coldness, no vicious accusations. Yet in countless ordinary days, you stand on the edge of the crowd, watching other siblings be praised, valued, and carefully cherished, while you are always the one assumed to need little attention, able to hold it all on your own, and always fine. The feeling of being underestimated and overlooked is like a tiny needle pricking the softest part of your heart. It is not fatal, but it aches faintly year after year. From childhood, you learn to be sensible and yielding, tucking away your emotions and needs because you know your sorrows are rarely noticed, your requests rarely responded to, and your light is never the focus of the family's attention. Many grow up with this hidden pain, repeating childhood patterns in adult intimate relationships, workplace life, and self-perception. Yet few dare to face the unknown struggles of the child who became the background noise. Yet being the overlooked child is never your fault. In a family, children are always labeled. Some are the smart top students, the pride parents show off to the world, with family conversations always revolving around them. Some are the lively life of the party, outgoing and articulate, easily winning everyone's attention. Some are the sensitive and fragile ones, whose every discomfort draws the whole family's tender care. You, however, have no dazzling achievements, no flamboyant personality, no vulnerability that requires constant care. So you are naturally labeled easygoing, independent, and strong. Parents do not love you. They just tend to direct their limited energy and affection toward children who seem to need it more. They stay up all night worrying about a sibling's exam failure, cajole them through every tantrum, and celebrate every small progress with grand fanfare, taking photos, sharing the news, preparing gifts, eager to let everyone know. But for you, everything is always understated. They always think you are mature and sensible enough to get through all hardships without comfort, encouragement, or company. They do not know that you also cry secretly in the middle of the night from being overlooked, feel envious when seeing siblings receive favoritism, and grieve deeply when countless efforts go unseen. You once wanted to cry, fight for attention, and speak your needs boldly, but every attempt was met with, "Be sensible, let your younger brother/sister have it, don't be so petty." Gradually, you shut your mouth, tuck away your emotions, and hide all your desires deep in your heart. Developmental psychology research has long proven that children who suffer long-term emotional neglect in the family develop high self-monitoring abilities. They are abnormally sensitive to the emotional changes of those around them, accurately judge others' needs, and quickly adjust their behavior to fit the environment. This is not innate empathy, but a forced survival instinct. Because there was no stable emotional response from childhood, they can only curry favor, compromise, and give to gain a little faint recognition and confirm their place in the family. Over time, you tie your self-worth entirely to being needed. You firmly believe that you only have meaning in existence when you are useful, helpful, able to solve problems, and make others happy. If you simply be yourself without giving, currying favor, or compromising, you feel intense unease, thinking you are redundant, a burden, and unworthy of love. Children who are overlooked carry lingering self-doubt in their hearts. You habitually deny your own feelings, belittle your abilities, and downplay your achievements. When you achieve success through hard work, you tell yourself, "It was just luck," instead of, "I am excellent enough." When others praise you sincerely, you think it is polite flattery and even subconsciously refute it. When facing difficulties and setbacks, your first reaction is not to ask for help, but to blame yourself for not being good enough or not working hard enough. You never truly accept yourself because from the closest family, you have never received even one unconditional affirmation or hug. Most heartbreaking of all, this pain of being overlooked is never dramatic. It is a slow, silent erosion. No domestic violence, no abandonment, no obvious malicious harm, just day after day of turning a blind eye, one after another of understatement, and one silent coldness after another. This hidden emotional neglect is harder to heal than overt harm. You will keep negating yourself. Parents are not wrong, they are just too busy and have to take care of the whole family. Siblings are not wrong, they are just younger and need more care. It is you who are too sensitive, too sentimental, and making a fuss out of nothing. You take all the blame onto yourself, swallow all grievances, dare not tell anyone, and even dare not admit your own pain. You fear being called ungrateful, petty, or unappreciative, so you can only digest all negative emotions alone in the silent dead of night. In friendship, you are always the one who gives the most. You habitually accommodate friends' preferences, tolerate their bad tempers, meet all their needs, comfort them patiently when they are sad, and do your utmost to help when they encounter difficulties. But you never dare to voice your own requests. Even when wronged, you just endure it silently. In love, you become extraordinarily humble. You curry favor with your partner cautiously, put their feelings first, and ignore your own needs and bottom lines. You dare not express dissatisfaction, argue, or break up. Even when your partner makes mistakes, you take the initiative to forgive and comfort yourself. In the workplace, you are the most reliable and hardworking employee. You never complain or shirk responsibilities. Always complete all tasks excellently, even taking on tasks that are not yours silently. But you never dare to take the initiative to fight for promotions and raises. Boldly show your abilities or express your opinions in meetings. Many overlooked children will experience a long and painful self-awakening at some moment in adulthood. It may be in a relationship where you gave everything but were let down. In the workplace where you worked hard for years but were unrecognized. Or just in an ordinary late night when you suddenly realize you have lived your whole life for others. This self-redemption is never easy. You need to break the thinking patterns formed over a decade, overturn the self-negation in your heart, and rebuild your self-perception. You must understand that being underestimated in the family was never because you were not good enough, not excellent enough, or not worthy enough. It was an imbalance in the family's emotional distribution and parents' limited cognition. They lacked the ability to give each child enough love and attention fairly. Your sensibility, strength, and independence are never taken for granted. They are the most worthy of being cherished and treasured qualities. The first thing you need to learn is to allow yourself to be seen. Stop shrinking yourself deliberately, hiding your light, and pretending to be strong and indifferent. You can boldly express your needs, show your emotions, and fight for what you want. You do not have to be so sensible, so strong, or so easygoing. You can be vulnerable, cry, have a bad temper. This is not sentimentality or immaturity. It is the truest version of yourself as a human being. The second thing you need to learn is to set boundaries and stop currying favor. Stop accommodating others without a bottom line and compromising yourself to maintain relationships. You have the right to refuse unreasonable requests, express dissatisfaction, and put your own feelings first. True love, friendship, and family affection are never earned by unilateral giving. They are based on mutual respect, tolerance, and cherishing. You do not need to prove your worth by currying favor with others. The third thing you need to learn is self-affirmation and self-acceptance. Stop negating yourself because of others' neglect, and stop measuring your life by others' standards. You are excellent, kind, and unique enough. Your value is never defined by others, nor proven by attention and praise. Your very existence is unique, and you deserve to be loved, valued, and favored. The fourth thing you need to learn is to face your emotions squarely and allow yourself to be sad. Stop forcing yourself to be strong and suppressing your grievances. You can cry, be sad, complain, and be angry. These emotions are not a burden or a weakness. They are the true voice of your heart. You do not need to explain your feelings to anyone, nor feel guilty for having emotions. Your sadness deserves to be seen, and your grievances deserve to be responded to. Finally, you must learn to let go of expectations and reconcile with yourself. Stop clinging to parents' approval, craving siblings' attention, or dwelling on childhood regrets. Parents have their limitations. Perhaps they never realized how much harm their casual neglect caused you. Siblings have their own lives. Perhaps they never noticed how much you silently gave behind the scenes. Maybe one day in the future, you will still think of the child who stood in the corner, unnoticed in childhood, and still feel sad and heartbroken. But please always remember, the past you was brave and strong enough to get through all the unheard darkness. Now you have grown up with the ability to protect yourself, love yourself, and rewrite the script of your life.